Hey everybody, today we just finished up planting corn. Robbie did today. Now what I'm gonna do is pull all the boxes off with the units, flip them over, dump the rest of the corn that's in them, and I got buckets back here with the soybean units in it. So we're gonna take off the corn units, put the soybean units on each box, and then put everything back in. And then we've got to go through, we'll set the gears on the side of the planter again on both ends to get the population down that we're going to plant. So that's the plan for today. There. What we're going to need, we got a couple bags of corn, should be good. Worry about dumping that later. With each unit, we got a switch, a latch there, and then in here you can see that right in up in there is that's it. It'll groove in the one side and it'll pin through the other. That's what locks it in as the chain runs everything. So that's how it rolls everything out. And then now we gotta, why is that stuck on there? I wiggle the box a little bit, so hold up, not off there. There we go. There's that process. Now, come back here, grab a bucket and another bucket, put the corn ones in. So now pretty much what we got going on here is each unit just slides right on there, just like that, and then nuts go on each side. Uh-oh. So I was trying to clean out some of these. There's a lot of grease gets built up, oil and dust, as you guys can see right there, and then this doesn't compress all the way, and then I end up breaking stuff like that, which is no good. But there's a gear, a little the locking mechanism is supposed to be on there, and it fell down inside the chute, so I gotta try to get that out of it. I need something longer. There. So that's what I'm doing. All of these. Getting them opened up. Don't want that to fall off of there anymore, so I'll just drop it there. Get all that cleaned off of there, so that slides up there a little bit easier. Now, one thing with oil and dirt and dust, it doesn't mix very well. It can cause a lot of problems. So as you can see, the chain's all shined up. There's a lot of dust coming up out of here, so you got two options. You can either keep your chains oiled constantly, or do it periodically, or don't do it at all. Some people say don't ever oil them, because then that oil and that dust all mix together and it turns into an abrasive and it gets into the small parts of the chain. It just wears it out faster. And I've also heard oil them, it helps lubricate them and keep the dirt out of them. So I don't know what to do. We do both, okay? On the combine, I don't oil any chains. All right, they weren't oiled when we got the 2588, so I haven't oiled them since. 1660, we've oiled them forever. So always keep doing it. So what's right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't know. So it is what it is. We'll keep doing what we always do. That's how it works around here. So I'm gonna go through the rest of these, look over the chains, sprockets, and all that. Hopefully everything's good to go. So we got all those opened up. Now, just checking all the chains. They're all spring loaded. They don't have too much tension on them, as long as they just stay taut. That's another way to say it. If we're good. Sometimes they stick, and you got to make sure they're cleared out, and the tension they're springing back and forth. So far everything's pretty good. So the one that I broke, I just reinforced it. I got a piece of put a flat stock underneath it, and now it works just like it's supposed to. So hopefully that'll hold together. Like I said a couple of videos, we're getting to the end of the life of this planter for us, so I'm not going to spend too much time and money on it. Just to keep it maintained is about all we're going to do. Maybe this will be the last spring we'll use it for. We're going to start looking for a newer one. So hopefully that happens this winter. Who knows? Fingers crossed, but never know. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get all these units back on now, since we got all everything switched over to beans. Every single one, all of them are good. I did open one up, take a look at it. All the brushes are good in it. None of the plates are busted, so we should be good. With that, I went through and cleaned all those out. All those springs, like I said earlier. So everything should be good there. Yeah, we'll get it back together. We are digging soybean ground right now. We got a problem with our digger though. Not a problem. I guess it was more of something we never looked at before. So when we set it in the ground, Cody did a walk around and noticed that the back's a lot deeper than the front. So with that said, we got to level it. So the digger should be digging straight all along. And he noticed there was about 2 to 3 inches difference between front and back. So what we're going to do, we are going to go a little bit shallower now to our last year's corn ground that we're going to put soybeans on, because it was worked last year, fall tillage, or even if I got to it this spring, that I didn't get to last year. So now we're going to go out here and get level off, bring it up a little bit so we don't need to dig as deep. So this fall tillage or ground that's already has been tilled will go even deeper as your tires sink in and all that. So we don't want to go that deep, especially for soybeans. And everything turned over really good on the corn ground from last year. So that's what we're going to be doing here now. All right, so we got her set. We got her a little too high to begin with. So then Cody and I brought it up a little bit because we were getting the compaction from the wheels, from the tires of the tractor, weren't getting dug up good enough. We were just getting under, just scratching across. We were probably under an inch and a half. We want to get a little bit deeper than that. Everything else was looking good except for the tire tracks work. So So you don't want to have too much compaction there. You're going to see that down your field when you go plant. As everything starts to grow, you'll see the waves in your field where the compaction is from the tires. So we want to get away from that. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going lengthways right now, and I'm going to spin around, and I'm going to start going at an angle here shortly. That way I can turn around. The tire compaction isn't going with the rows, it's going sideways, so we've got to get that taken care of. So we've got more problems. So, but yeah, everything should go good. Now we're farming on bean ground we're going to plant this year, so it should be alright. It should go good. Come along for the ride. The chisel plowed this at an angle this way, and now I'm going the other way right now. That'll pull out the, especially the compaction from the chisel plow. That's got a lot more downforce than the digger does. I could be wrong on that. I'm not going to fact check myself. We go a little bit deeper than what we're digging. We're a lot deeper, over half the distance for depth wise than what we do when we dig. So chisel plowing goes a little bit deeper, gets in there, rips the roots out of the corn, and flops everything over. So it looks like that, where you can't even see where the rows were when the corn was planted. That's what we're going for. Maybe sometime down the road, we get a chopping head, we don't need to get that crazy. It's chisel plowing or ripping or just disking or doing the turbo tills. I don't think there's any benefit in any of them, but it's different. So there might be some minor details, minor benefits from each one, but we chisel plow because we have to get the ground turned over because we have the stalk there. Nothing's chopped up, so the stalk is bent. Like you've heard me in other past videos on the combine last fall. Case IH corn heads do a really good job of ripping everything down compared to the older John Deere heads. Newer ones are better. So we try to get that broke up. This field here stayed corn stalks all winter, so some of the stalk was able to break itself down and it was dry. That's the one thing we did benefit from the early dry season last fall when we did chisel plow. All the stalks broke up really good. Past years, we've done it through the snow, small amount of snow, wet stalks. They turn rubbery and they just don't break down. So this year's great. Everything's working up really good. So we'll see how it goes. Everything's doing a good job, and we'll go from there. As long as we have a good seed bed and everything's even, so we don't have any compaction, we should be fine. So we'll find out if bringing her up a little bit was a bad idea or not. So it pulls so hard at the rate of speed we want to go that because the ground's so soft, like I was saying earlier. So hopefully this will be better. And soybeans don't need to be as deep as corn, so we can get everything established.
always be lazy. Gotta get out. So yeah, that's C60 with a almost 3,000 gallon tank on it. Hose reel on the back, all that. Right now, she died here. So what we're gonna do right now, see if she'll start. I'm gonna guess it won't, but that's me being pessimistic. Well, let's find out. Air's out. So now we're missing our top here. Everything's missing on this. Where did it go? Well, there's supposed to be a cap on this, and it's missing. Which ain't a big deal. It's so I've got it tipped uphill right now. Uphill a little bit, that way we can get the rest of the fertilizer out. We'll get it pumped in there, but we don't have chain on the fertilizer pump. So we'll see what Robbie's gonna do. He'll probably finish the headland, and then maybe he'll just come over here, or maybe he won't. So yeah, we need to get this emptied out, get all the fertilizer out of it. There's not much in here, I'm gonna guess. Maybe I couldn't even tell you. What am I on, a hill right now? And it says 200. So we might have 100 gallons in here. We'll see. Can't get this on with one hand. Chain. So that's fabulous. Get this on, that way this is on. Choke. There it goes. Oh, turn that on. There. That's my fault. So we got that emptied out. Robbie's gonna go head back, start planting. We didn't get it emptied out. The pump lost prime, so it wasn't sucking. It started just that gravity flowing, and then we decided to shut her down. And kind of the rest of it will. There's only about 5 to 10 gallons in there. We'll just dilute it down when we spray. When we go with the sprayer, we'll add water to it. We'll spray it through the sprayer. No big deal. Like Miracle Grow. So yeah, so that's gone. Oh, noise you're hearing. I didn't think about it, but I pulled the plug out. It's because I went and bought new plugs for it. And it firing off of 7 cylinders instead of 8. That's why it was so loud. I completely forgot about it, but once it started running, I wasn't gonna stop. I wanted to get it at an angle, just like it's sitting now, so we could get it everything to the back, so then we could get it emptied out, so which worked out. So now we're gonna go get rid of all these rocks on the rock pile over there on the other side of the truck. And Cody called me. We got a couple, or a big one or two up there at Vic's, so that's what we're gonna take care of now. My defense, because I had my eyes set on that one rock, so I didn't lose it.
everybody. It's gonna call it a day. Cody's still out working ground. Robbie's still planting for at least another half hour or so. We're gonna run out of daylight. Then we'll pick it up again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be done by this weekend. So that's the plan. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the videos, check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.